Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another Paladins video. I'm playing some Nyx today with her new nerfs and skins, sort of her first impressions on both. So to go through her nerfs really quickly, she had 150 health pulled down, she's had 2 seconds added on to the Rift Slash, 3 added on to Royal Presence, and the slow on Rift Slash has been nerfed pretty heavily, which I can kind of understand that one specifically because the duration on it was a bit weird, but it's now half a second instead of 1 and 25% instead of 35. The builds are for the most part the same, you're not really going to want to change them too much. As you can sort of see, they have moved around a little bit, but are mostly the same. I assume you know what you like with Nyx at this point, but if not, those are some places you can start. A few of them are stronger, a few of them are weaker, obviously because of the nerfs, but for the most part, they're all very, very viable. We've got Onslaught from Rise for game 1. Scorched is the first unlock, so we'll do this one first. For the teams, we've got Ying, Eevee, Tyra, and Io, then Drogos, and Jolith, Ceres, and Khan. Gonna start off with what was the standard thing with Shove Force and then the slowing them setup. Here is a look at the skin real quick. The punches do have a nice fiery effect to them. We've got the right click here. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'd expect it to be, and the F. The F does look specifically cool. We'll activate it early for the cooldown. And then the wall, Chronos, Nimble, Focusing Lens, Wormhole, Sacrifice, Burn Monster, Soul Collector, Murderous Intent, so damage Lith here, Storm Bullets, Darkstalker, and Combustible. I don't know why I always go for the elevator first. We'll throw that there. So hit on the Drogos. We'll just play on the top a little bit, pop the F. Hit the Ceres, who for some reason is just kind of not paying attention. There's a Q. I think I'm dead. The right click cooldown here would have really helped. I've already noticed the nerf to her with my right click there, feeling like it took forever to be ready. That was also with the reset card level 4, so I can't imagine what this would feel like without the 5 seconds you can get from this setup. We'll load it up again. Throw it just there. That missed. Well, did technically hit both of them, but yeah, we'll push the Drogos here. Some taps on the right click, just slam there. There we go, kind of in the middle. He is gone. I do really like the effects. It makes it significantly easier to see, but I think I actually kind of like the purple more than the red. Will body block him a little bit here. There's a right click just really annoying this car, and he should be gone. Drop a Q here. We didn't really need to. Shouts IO for the heal. We'll throw that just there. Doesn't going to hit anybody. We're actually on the point though. It was only 70 points for them. Drogos, I'm gone. Can't really do much here. I popped the F for no reason. I'm just dead. We'll let the right click and throw it at the door. Knock there from the Drogos helping me up. I guess we're still alive. Never mind. I think I spoke too soon. I really didn't expect them to push this far up. I'm on 8 health by the way. I'm not dead. That's a Khan grab. I did try and use my ult there to give me CC immunity and slam me down or something, but yep, we're gone. That's the second time I've been insta-killed pretty much to an ult. There is no way for me to realistically play around a Khan grab or Drogo's punch, because I'm Nyx. I just die. That's a Drogo's ult, talking about things that can just insta-kill me. Yep, dead again to the Drogos there. I really wish my F would like counter it. I'm already noticing how rough it is on Nyx at the moment. The health increase would be kind of nice, you know, to have the extra 150 here, so, you know, if the buff wasn't in place, but the right click cooldown and the F cooldown I've really picked up on, which is what I said before I even played it. I thought that those two would make the most difference, and they really do. Trying to cover our Ying here, we'll get rid of their Nyx. Nope, because I missed too many hits. Should actually be out there if I landed those punches here on the Drogos. We'll load up the right click, just slam him there. I feel like the collision on it's a little bit weird. There we go, he's gone. Q just here. Do we go for an ult? Yeah, sure. Okay, I thought the Andro had used his F, so I went for it. Shots, I F heal. I really do feel like the cooldowns before on Nyx though were like really, really natural with her kit. And now, maybe it's just because I'm so used to how they were before, but yeah, they just feel a little bit off of the sync for her kit. That's a Drogo's ult. He's going to look for me. Yeah, there we go. I've got 7 deaths, and I think 4 of them are to ultimates. Just Drogo's punching me or Khan, you know, throwing me off, which is the thing they should be doing, so I'm not mad at them or anything. Just kind of a shame I can't do anything to counter it, which you can do on some other tanks. Get rid of the Ceres here. Don't know what my punch hit. Maybe she was just getting self-heal soon. That was weird. We'll throw the Q down, but I feel like on other tanks there's a lot more I can do to sort of maybe deal with being insta-killed. On Nyx, I can't dodge anything, really, so I just kind of take the hits. I was about to say sort of like Ram, but Ram can actually run away from Drogos, so I don't know what I'm yapping about. We'll just get rid of him here. There's an insta-right click. He's still up. That Ceres heal is really annoying. Ceres has been doing quite a bit of work in this one. I do have my ult up. The one positive I can say here is that the skin is really solid. I like this one quite a lot. I don't think I'll grab it because I genuinely prefer normal Nyx to this skin. I think the metal arms though that she has at the back are a really, really cool touch. We'll throw a right click over there. Maybe stop the Khan from running back with the F or something. There's a Lunar Stand, kind of massive. He was so damaging me. And then we'll go for the ult. I am dead. I didn't even get a stun there. It was just a waste. I also kind of missed the thing you could do before with the F and the ultimate. I don't know if that was ever intentional, but it felt like it was, and you can't do that anymore to like pull a power play with Nyx. Through the right click there on the Drogos, big hits with it, to be honest. The right click still feels like a really strong ability. The slow is noticeably less powerful, but it does feel more fair. I think the slow on the right click before was a little bit too crazy, which is why everyone was running it. And now it feels more even. Hello Andro, we are dead. But I can get behind the slow change on the right click was my point. The other ones, like I said right at the start, feel more questionable. I don't know how much better she was doing than they were expecting her to perform. Definitely felt like she slowly crept her way up to being played more often, and I think now she's gonna sort of disappear. Don't get me wrong though, she definitely can do really well, and those of you guys that really like Nyx, I think we'll still definitely play her and enjoy for the same sort of reasons. But anyway, I feel like I've been yapping a lot in this one. There are the stats for game 1. We'll requeue, of course, and do a game 2. Their Andrew and their Drogos went kind of insane there. The Earth also put in mad work. She's definitely not like a terrible character because of these changes, but she was only in like the good/great tier for me and for like my experience. Before, I don't know about like super high in ranks, so maybe she was really, really annoying. You guys that have, you know, maybe hated Nyx, let me know. Point that I'm trying to get across here is that for the position she was in, I feel like she got knocked down maybe more than she should have compared to how they've nerfed a lot of other characters in similar sort of tiers that I would have put them in the past. I hopefully worded that correctly and that made sense, but we've got a Talus, we've got a Vatu, a Genos, and a Buck. Pretty solid team here. Shouts to a couple of them. We're up against Ying, Maeve, Yag, Ray, and Betty. Do I go for the same thing? I feel like talent-wise, she's just really in a bit of a rough spot. Show of Force is really the only thing making the right click useful. Even with that setup there, the slow on the right click isn't that crazy. We're buffing it by 20%. I don't know if this build is even worth running anymore. So yeah, we're going to run this one where we buff us and also have a little bit of extra range, which I think makes sense because we're up against a Yag. I didn't read through their side, which I'll do in a minute. I do like the effects on this one way more. The sort of colours I think fit Nyx much more naturally. Sitting on the point, we've got Enveloping Shadows, Inner Strength, Luminary, and Snare, Fire Extension, and then Unnatural with Cat Burglar. That's the Yag running through. Okay, we'll throw the right click on. I always load up the right click way more than I need to because I, for some reason, think that it gives me some sort of bonus other than the range, which it doesn't. Maeve's gone. I'm just standing on here for free. The Ying is finally loaded in. She's gone for Focusing Lens. I just tanked the damage because we've capped it. Throw the right click up there. Maybe thread it through. Did that work? It did. We're taking a couple of them, but I do really like this skin. Third person specifically, it looks sick. I think it looks much better third person than it does when you're playing it yourself because you can't really see a lot of what is different with it. I think I actually still like default Nyx as my favorite skin for it, but third person, this one is definitely the best. It's also called Permafrost, but I love the way this one looks in third person. It's just that default Nyx is such a good design for me that the base one, when you're actually playing it, I think I like it maybe a little bit more. It's probably actually even when I really think about it with this one. Punching away here at the Yag. I'm not really able to show much off in this one, but we'll throw the Q and maybe play this a little bit. I'm totally dead. We'll throw an insta right click so we can get a bit of space. Maybe get rid of the Maeve here. The Ying ulted. Didn't even hear it because she's gone for that skin. That was a Talus ult. The team's kind of shredding in this one. Nearly got rid of the Ying, but this was definitely the right setup to go for. I feel like I've noticed this more than I noticed the other one, even though I was using the right click the same amount. The self speed plus extra damage, way better than the bigger radius with the slow for what we're playing with and against here. At least we'll go for more nimble and some Haven. I'm just kind of going for like full aggressive Nyx here, whereas before I think trying to, you know, deal with them wasn't going to work because of the matchup. Yeah, 2-0. Shouts to the team. These guys are shredding, really. But obviously, yeah, the whole point of this one is just right click and then we're faster and then we can also just deal more damage overall because of the setup we're running. But the reset card, even level 4, doesn't feel like it's resetting the right click as much as I would realistically like. But I am getting the full 5 seconds because it's capped, so there's no reason to put it above 4. And I would maybe even put it down to 3, depending on how good you are at landing the hits, because of how long the cooldown now is on the right click. Especially if you're not getting Chronos, you actually probably have time to hit like 9 shots to get the full cooldown reset on it nearly. Push in here on the Yag. I don't need to play super close because I can actually get full damage from a little bit further away, and I do want to kind of avoid the Betty. We'll pop the F here as we're pushing in a bit. Throw the Q there as well. Team's going around the side. I shouldn't be focusing the Yag. I should be doing other stuff, like going after the rail, killing the Ying like we just did. Yeah, the team is just going kind of massive. Betty ulted. She is gone. Just hit her with the full damage. The setup here is really working. Way better than the other one I've noticed. I feel like I should kind of be happy about it because the slow setup with the extra radius was the one that was popular after I was playing with this one and really liking it. And I kind of shifted over and I made a whole sort of 2 videos I think about that. But my whole point here is that the setup I liked a lot is kind of back to being the one that I would consider better for me in most scenarios. Unless you are going to obviously be slowed a ton and then this gets countered a little bit harder because you're not able to play as aggressively, but they don't have any CC here, so this is for sure the better option. Would say the talent is still worth running though for the cripple, just so you can stop them from moving and also get a bit of extra duration. It makes it feel a little bit better. I'd rather do that than the other 2 talents, which don't feel particularly useful. Like I said, Nyx's talent selection, not the best in my opinion at the moment, but setup wise, at least there's still something that is, you know, runnable, even if it is still worse than it was before. Really have tried to make this video not too overly negative because I don't think it necessarily needs to be to get my point across, because Nyx is definitely still fine. Just feel like maybe it was a little bit too much. Betty ulted. Feel like we got some really big damage there, but the team didn't follow through with me for once. We could have got the 4-0. It was really close. I think if we all hyper push, we would have had that. I'm going to grab some more Haven. These guys are definitely putting in work here, though. Triple flank, and the Genos didn't even realize that was our comp, by the way. We'll throw the Q here. So block a little bit of damage so I can heal up a bit in case the Betty gets someone cheesy over. Maeve is just here. That's a task going for him. Now is the time to push. See what we can do. That was a pretty okay right click. I don't know who I should be going after. Betty, I think, is the target, right? She's getting insane heals, though, with a true healing as well. They get rid of the Maeve. Yep, okay. Team finally pushed through. I don't know where the Yag is, but they're all gone, and there is the victory. A much better showcase for Nyx. She definitely still felt, you know, less active to play because of the cooldowns, but it didn't really matter in that one. But what I was saying across that game is that I think the nerfs to the right kick have shifted my favorite build back to what it was before, unless of course you're up against a super CC heavy team, then you want to run something different. I think in general usage, unless I'm against a team like that, I'm going to go back to running this, I think. But we did okay there. The team shredded for sure. Vatu and Talos put in mad work. Shots to a bunch of them in that one. I wasn't really giving up with the chat, but for their side, the Ying was kind of annoying. Focusing lanes was hitting me pretty hard, to be honest. Maeve did alright. Yag was not really existent, to be honest. Ray did fine, and I think Betty did okay, but could have done much better for sure. There's not really much I can add on that one. That was just kind of a reverse stomp. The inverse of what we had for game one, kinda. To end this video off, I think these changes might have been a little bit too much for where she was ranking or where I would place her, but those are of course just my thoughts. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. I've surprisingly not heard many people talking about the changes and nerfs to Nyx. I say changes, they're literally all just nerfs. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. I appreciate you staying all the way till the end. It's always a bit weird and difficult to cover nerfs, but I'll see you all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.